Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, June 17th, 2018. The plan for today is to continue to search for some good spots for the rail system. Last time I thought about building a vantage point, I guess, on top of this mountain over there and having a rail line going from the cabin over to this lookout. This would be interesting, but I'm not quite sure if this wouldn't be a waste of resources. And yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if this would really look good. Ooh, yeah. Don't fall down here. This would be a little bit unhealthy. Or if this, yeah, if we could have maybe some other ideas. Today I like to explore some caves in order to see if maybe we can have some kind of underground or rail system or so, which would also be super interesting, I guess. But yeah, let's see what we can find and what we can do to finally start building the rail system. I do have some great and interesting science news, and one of those science news can also be regarded as some space news, which is super cool, because on Friday the feedback was given on the papers I submitted to this one gaming or a serious gaming conference taking place in September this year. And yeah, all my 3 submissions got accepted. Woohoo! That's great. That's really awesome. Making progress. Finally making progress. Unfortunately, this is really a thing where I'm sad, partly angry, disappointed, and so on. One of my 3 submissions, I submitted 3 full papers, so each paper had 8 pages of content, and one of the 3 was only accepted as a poster. Poster paper means, I think I already built a staircase down here. This is cool. So, and I explored this cave system. That's nice. Would be interesting to. Ooh, I did some more exploration here. Would be interesting to see if the cave systems somehow connect up or so that I can. Well, I think this would be quite complicated to really see if there's a good connection to combine the systems. Let's see where I get out of this cave again. I'm a little bit confused right now, but as long as we do have some torches, I think okay, this is an end. Yeah, so now I have to shorten this paper to 2 pages, which already is a challenge in itself, but the most problematic thing about this is the fact that, well, the paper that is turned into a poster is the paper the thing I was mostly hoping that it gets accepted as a full paper, because I finally wanted to get it done. I finally wanted to. Ooh, there's some iron. Let's just grab this iron while I'm at it. Just to get it done, because yeah, it's basically the theoretical grounding of my PhD thesis. So it would be super cool when this thing is finally published. Well, I also can cite a poster paper, so that's not so much of a problem, but the prestige is maybe a little bit lower with poster papers. Well, it's not so dramatic, because I can basically publish the thing again, or the full paper again, although I do have a poster, so there's then no conflict, like, all right, this already has been published or so that's cool. But yeah, it's still disappointing when you think about, okay, I have 3 papers, or I submitted 3 papers. One is super important, and the only one that not gets accepted in its current form, so in the long paper form, is the one I'm very interested in. So yeah, that's a shame. That's really a shame. Nevertheless, having it as a poster is still a good start because I can reference it. I can say, hey, I do have this theoretical model, and yeah, support it with some more results. And I think I'm getting lost here in this cave. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, here's this ladder. How do we? Can I swim up this waterfall? This would be good, maybe. Let's see where we get when I swim up this waterfall. But yeah, so I call the entire result, or the okay, get back to the server. So where are we here? Ah, that's okay. This is interesting. This is the river where I normally do some fishing. Cool. That's nice. That's interesting. Yeah, so I basically call this the result from the conference successful failure or so. I mean, hey, 3 submissions, all of them got accepted, so that's a great outcome, isn't it? But on the other hand, this scared me. This scared me a lot. Hi, how are you? How are you, Mr. Creeper guy? Oh no. Okay. This was a surprise. I haven't expected this. Man. But yeah, so what do I want to say? Right, so theoretical model, most important thing for me, unfortunately, was not accepted in its current form, but at least it got submitted. Okay, there's... Ooh, hi! Oh, no. Alrighty then. So we are in dangerous territory. This is of course very cool system down here with all the caves and so on, but I think I'm getting a little bit too far away from my home area, and it's not really helping us that much when I explore those caves. Ooh, no. Okay, we had... Oh dear, I need to find a way out of here, please, before this creeper guy returns. Let's get out of here. Whoo! There are still some Endermen and other angry stuff down there. So this system, this cave system, is super cool because it's so open. I mean, look at this open space, and you have a good entrance with this tunnel over here. So that's really a neat place. Also, we can look down from up there, which is also cool. Let's just do this. But yeah, it's still not really a thing for my cave system. Speaking of providing information or providing evidence that my theoretical model is correct, the other 2 submissions basically are based on my theoretical model, and they got accepted. So I mean, this in itself is already another thing where I think, well, I said in my other submissions, hey, I do have this model, and the results, they show that the model is right, but they say, okay, this is super cool and great science, great research, and on the other hand, they say, well, your theoretical model, there is no evidence that it works. So I mean, that's science. That's just science. So yeah, that's interesting. The other 2 papers, as I said, I am basically using them, or I'm using all my experiments, all my science to find some evidence that my theoretical model is correct. And yeah, one is about my training game I developed over the course of my PhD career, and yeah, it's about the results of the first study. At this point, it looked really like a prototype. Oh no, it really looked like a prototype, but yeah, it worked. It already worked. We got some great results, and so when this conference is taking place in September, you can read the results and you can see what I did in this experiment. So that's super cool, and I mean the game is developed according to my theoretical model. So yeah, I hope you get the problem I have right now with the fact that they say, okay, your model is weird. And in the paper of my model, I even said, hey, I have this particular system. I reference, well, I couldn't really reference the system because you have to make sure that it's anonymous. But I said, hey, I do have this system. I provided screenshots and so on in the paper and said, I used my model to develop this system. And they said, no, we don't believe you that the system works. So what? Have you actually read what I wrote there? So it's once again the same craziness with the reviews. So yeah, it's just annoying thing. But I also promised you some space news, because the second paper that got accepted as a full paper is about a study I did with Kerbal Space Program. So I actually used Kerbal Space Program in the education of how is this called, aerospace informatics program, I guess. And I gave the students, they were all freshmen, so they never heard about space orbital mechanics before. I gave them the game and they played it. I did a pre-test, post-test scenario to find out if they learned something, and they did. So yeah, I published those results, and by doing so I basically provided some information, or I provided evidence that Kerbal Space Program works, that Kerbal Space Program is a good game to train and learn orbital mechanics. I mean, we all knew about this. We all talked about this, that, hey, the game is super effective, and everyone who played the game said, hey, I learned so much about orbital mechanics, I learned so much about spaceflight. And I'm really surprised. Maybe someone already did this, but I haven't found something about this. I now have a paper that actually says, hey, it's effective, it works. So that's super cool. And yeah, I mean that's a great outcome to really say, okay, hey, this game works. Maybe I should send the paper to the developers of Kerbal Space Program and say, hey, look at me, give me some free copies of your game, or so I tested your game, or I should send it to NASA and ask NASA if they now send me to space as a thank for doing this, or so. I don't know. This would be weird, but yeah, that's cool, I guess. That's super cool, and I'm super happy about the results. And still, that's really the main problem. I think if one of the other two papers where I published a study about the effectiveness of a game, or well, of my training game, or the Kerbal Space Program would have been accepted as a poster or a short paper, so instead of a full paper, and my theoretical model would have been accepted in its current form, then I would have said, okay, this was a super success. But now, because this other thing is so important to me, it felt, yeah, it really feels a little bit like a successful failure or so. So yeah, it's weird. It's super weird, but still super cool. And I hope you are as excited as I am, and I hope you're interested in seeing those results when they finally get published, and seeing that, hey, Kerbal Space Program works. Science, and Sebbi, more importantly, has shown that it works, that it's great, and so that's cool, I guess. I mean, I hope that it's cool. Also, it's super interesting when I think about this from the standpoint of being a YouTuber and having had so many Kerbal Space Program episodes. I mean, I played the game for several years and so on. Now I not only played the game, I not only showed how the game works and made a YouTube series about it and so on, I also have a paper about it. I mean, isn't this cool? I personally think that this is super cool. This is really a super cool and great outcome and an interesting outcome. Like, okay, he really played the game to its highest potential, to its maximum or so, and he really got everything out of the game, even a paper. So that's fun, I guess. But never. But yeah, that's where we are. Those are the results of my. Ow. Maybe I want to use the shield. No. Ooh, dear. Because I want to use my looting sword to get some more free arrows. Very nice. Yeah, so that's cool. That's super awesome, and I'm super happy and super excited about this. So yeah, I really hope you're interested in seeing all of this, what I done, and reading those papers, and I hope I'm also excited if someone from the Kerbal Space Program community or so picks up on this paper and it references or talks about it. This would be also cool and very interesting. So yeah, we will see. We will see what comes out of this. One last thing which is also super interesting, or where I'm super happy or so about it. As I said, the conference is hosted by my university or my research group, and so the professor in charge also knew about my theoretical model. I mean, we are part in the same research field. We are doing the same thing, so he's well aware of what I'm doing, and he knew how important this paper is to me. And he was really sad about the fact that in the end he had to decide that, okay, it's only a poster and no longer a full paper. So it was super interesting. On Friday morning, we were once again at the gym to do some sports, and this professor is also there. So as I was waiting for my friends, he approached me and said, well, I just like to talk to you, and he really felt sorry for, hey, that's cool, I found a different way out of here. That's neat. When I can repeat this, when I can repeat that I got from here to there, then I don't think that this is really a valid rail system, but that's cool. Hello, horse. I hope you haven't missed me. I'm back. I'm right back with you. So just the thing that he got to me and talked about this and felt sorry and expressed that, well, that he couldn't do anything about it. And I mean, this was really a super nice gesture, and I was super happy. I was a little bit speechless, or I'm really thankful that he did this, because I mean, he could also said, well, that's just it. That's my decision. That's our decision from the committee. So deal with it. deal with it. You're a scientist, you have to accept those things. But yeah, so this is cool. This is super cool, and I'm super thankful, and I really have huge respect for him that he did it. I mean, normally, it was, I mean, you know about the past weeks and so on, a tough time, very tough time for me. And normally, yeah, you just hear when something is going bad, and you hear, okay, you did things wrong, or something was not right, or so, but you never hear that something was good, or that you did something good, or that something is that something is not, it's not your fault, basically, or so. So I'm super thankful. That's all I wanted to say. And hi, I think this is also a thing you really need to. You can't emphasize enough how great and how important such a character trait is when someone really does those things. So yeah, just a general thank you or so. But yeah, that's those are my science news. Super cool, super exciting. Three publications at the same conference, super good. Also space news, and yeah, that's really cool, especially from the, as I said, this perspective. I played the game to its highest potential, to its maximum. I even managed to get a paper about it, so that's cool, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. We're already getting closer to the end of this episode, so that's surprising. What else? Is there something else I want to like to discuss? Is there something I forgot? No, I can't. Well, there were there. Well, there were just some minor cool things, like on as you might know, I'm not quite sure. I think I talked about this a little bit. There's a fortress in my town, and last Thursday I was up there in the evening, so after sunset, and it's super cool. It's super nice to look down to the city, to see the illuminated city, and was really, oh dear, creeper guy, was really a nice spot, and really great great evenings, so to speak. So this is cool. But yeah, I feel a little bit lost now. I talked too much about those results, because this was really the most important thing that happened since the last episode. And of course, I like to share those great news with you, and especially when you know about a few things about this, and you really can now maybe put it into perspective. Hey, everyone talks about this game and says it's effective, and now we have really a paper about it that it actually is. So that's cool, I guess. And with this, I like to thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this very episode. I hope you will be joining me next time when I don't know, we start to implement the raid system maybe or so. I think it would be super cool to have this vantage point over there, because it's visible from here. But I'm still not sure if this is not a waste of resources. Maybe I can start with the rail line and go around this mountain or so, and then around there, so that it's a little bit more scenic or so. This could be a thing. But yeah, we will see what happens next time. I hope you have enjoyed this very episode, and hope you will be joining me, as I said, next time. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!